Good afternoon and welcome to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are set to square off here against Lexington, the Bulldogs, here in the Murray County Bash. We're going to have a couple of games here back to back. Looks like we're going to take on Lexington first and then Sulphur second. I am your host, not Jake Rutledge, here today, along with Lee McGowan. And Lee, you've been doing a little scouting there on the field. Talk to us a little bit. Do you have any idea who's going to be out on the field yet today?
Okay, well, our starting lineup will be Chloe Bessard center, Reese Flood will be playing short, Kaylin Taylor will be man in third. You got McLean will be DPing. You got Lily Dotson will be catching. Jaden Webb will be playing first base. You got Madison McGowan will be in the circle. Brooklyn Klein will be in left field. Barron Cruz will be in right field. And you got Bailey Malacote. She'll be at second base. And for Lexington, you got Izzy, number 6, Izzy Pack. I know a few of these girls just because of Madison playing with them. So you got Izzy will be in center field for them. KK will be at shortstop. You got Brody, who will be at second. You got Keeley will be at third. Manny will be in right. Cora will be at third. You got Mason Sisney will be behind the dish there. And then we got Sample, who is going to be in left, and number 3, Marissa, is going to be at first. So for Lexington, you got a first-year head coach coming in from out in western Oklahoma, Monty Irving. Some people may know Monty. His daughters both graduated from Washington. Monty's been around the softball game for quite a bit. Kind of a high-intensity guy. Demands that his players know what they're doing, make sure they play the game the way they're supposed to play it. And Lexington did a heck of a job of was able to land him. Same with our team. We've been coming off our first district win at Davis earlier in the week. Last week we were in Ripley, and what did we go, 1-3? Very competitive in all the games. Ripley tournament's always really, really tough. That's why Coach Edwards likes to go to the Ripley tournament, due to the competition. It just, that whole mentality of steel sharpens steel. So,
absolutely. The Leopardettes coming off a very impressive win over here against Davis. Hopefully they can take some of that momentum and carry it into this game here.
Absolutely. They had to go to extra innings to do so. You had Reese Flood pitched a heck of a game. Kind of started off a little, I don't want to say wild in the first inning, but uncharacteristic of herself, kind of hitting high. The umpire was calling kind of tight when she'd bring them down in the zone. But after that first inning, she pretty much settled in and took care of business.
Yeah, it was. And like I say, the girls just seemed to really come together there, especially towards the end of that game. It seemed like they really started clicking and maybe that maybe playing. They've played quite a few games here within the last 7 days. So maybe that's something that's going to help them here in this particular tournament.
Absolutely, just being able to be on the field as much. Early on this last season, we had a lot of games rained out early, and last year we didn't get to play the Ripley tournament because it was rained out. They made the drive up there to get up there and rain just came in. They just couldn't get the fields ready, so they ended up just calling the game altogether. So, you had Silo, who was last year's state champion in their own class. We played a 3-2 ball game. So
absolutely. So it looks like a young lady you're familiar with is going to be first out there pulling pitching duties.
Yes.
And up to bat first for Lexington will be number 6, Izzy.
Izzy is another one of their girls that play tournament softball. Very selective hitter. She makes the pitcher bring the pitch to her, not just because I know Izzy and I know her family. Great kid, Monty inherited a lot of really good kids over there at Lexington.
1-0 the count. Pitch is away. Going to be fouled away. And I would like to remind everybody there back home who was unable to make it, I'd like to remind you that we will be recording the game, and we do have our technical personnel on standby. If for some reason we lose internet, ball's going to be knocked out. Quick out there, but if we do lose internet service, we'll continue recording the game, and then we'll post the playback on our YouTube channel, and also our technical personnel back home will post live updates as the game progresses. So hopefully we don't lose our internet service and everything goes well, and we'll get back to the game. Now, that's going to bring up number 12, KK, to bat for the Bulldogs.
I do want to say hello and welcome to all of our friends from Lexington that are tuning in. I know there's several that are supposed to be coming in. I do know the coach's wife, the head coach's wife for Lexington's wife, will be watching from her classroom, I was told. So, again, somebody else that I'm familiar with. Hope Janice is doing well.
And ball's going to be popped up foul over to Webb. Webb's going to snag it up. That's out number 2. And it looks like McGowan's going to make, hopefully, we're going to get out of the top of the first pretty quick here. We just need one more out. And that's going to bring up number, not sure, there's no number here, number 4.
That's wrong.
Is it number 4? It's number 19. I don't have a name here, so we'll just call her number 19. To bat for the Bulldogs.
I don't even see her on the lineup cards. That's all they've got. Even on the live on our feed, they just got batter.
So that'll bring the count to 1-1 with 2 outs. Bases are completely empty. McGowan pitches away. Little bit outside, but swung at. Nice pitch there. That'll be strike number 2. They'll bring the count to 1-2. Ball's going to be batted down the third base line. And they're going to hold the runner up at first. Pretty nifty little pitch there, though, that second pitch there. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I don't think it was an intentional pitch. Madison throws a drop ball, and if she finishes over the top, it'll be what they call a slurve, and drop and curves, and that's what it looked like it did here. So
definitely threw the batter off. Pitch away.
Now you want to talk about somebody she better keep the ball down on is Brody, number 4 for Lexington. This kid she doesn't look like she's very big, but this kid produces a ton of power.
1-0 the count, swung at and missed. That'll bring the count to 1-1. Again, there's 2 strikes. There's going to be a runner out there on first. Second, third, empty. And I'm looking at the screen here. We've got a pretty good vantage point here. Nice high press box, and like to send a shout out to Sulphur for their accommodations. Pitch away. Stinnett unable to snag it. Runner's going to make it out there to second. That's going to leave the corners empty. We'll bring the count to 2-1. And that'll bring up and I apologize. That is Lily Dotson down there catching. Ball's going to be popped up over to center.
And goodbye. That's what happens when you leave one up.
Over the wall.
I talked about the power that she has, and in this kid, like I said, she swings the bat with ill intentions. And again, Madison left one over the middle, or she shouldn't have. I'm not sure where that pitch was supposed to be, but you play the game long enough, this happens. You know, I will say this in Madison, she's not giving up too many home runs, and her and Brody are really good friends.
For Lexington. And it looks like the Lexington coach wants to have a chat with the officials out there just outside first base. First base coach. And they're going to go ahead and proceed. Pitches away.
Nope. Umpire's holding his hand up, telling him to wait. He doesn't even have his mask on, so
okay.
I'm glad the girl didn't take a hack at this pitch because that might have hit him right between the teeth.
Okay, now we're ready. Pitch away. Little inside, called ball. Oh, called strike. My bad. It looked inside for me, but I'm just now realizing I'm a little bit left of. I'm standing in the center of the building, but it's actually situated a little bit left of the home plate there. 1-1 to count, 2 outs, pitch away. Cold ball. That'll bring the count to 2-1. Bases all ghost towns. Pitch away. That'll be ball 3. 3-1 will be the count. Again, 2 outs. No runners on.
What started out as a really quick inning, kind of now it's getting prolonged a little bit.
Swung at and missed. And I guess that was strike 3.
Yeah, she had a foul ball, and she had a first strike, fouled off one, and then that called or swinging strike there, so for strike 3.
I missed one there, so that will end the top of the first inning. Lexington on top, 2-0. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network. Welcome back here to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are squared off against Lexington. We're going to enter the bottom of the first inning with Chloe Broussard up to bat. And we're enjoying the air conditioner up here in the top of this nice press box while we're looking down at the rest of the Lindsay folks out there sweating.
It's actually not bad out there today. You got a little bit of cloud cover. You know, temperature setting around 80 degrees, 89, 89-degree high.
That ball was way inside. It's going to bring the count to 2-1. You know, we've been pitch is going to be knocked foul just outside of the third baseline there.
That's a good job by third baseman Cora Parker.
Absolutely. Not good for us, but a good play for that young lady.
Yes.
That's going to bring up the 2-hole hitter number 6, Reese Flood. Pitch away. Going to be knocked over to the third baseman, who's going to snag it up, make it look easy. That'll be out number 2. So it looks like Lexington's going to kind of, let's hope they repeat what our girls did, and let's hope they start slowing down at this point.
Yeah, and know that they're playing well. You know, we're not being very selective on our the pitches that we swing at. So, you know, we're going to have to settle down. You know, typical what we've done so far up to this point is, you know, we kind of help teams out a little bit and don't swing at pitches we should and swing at the ones that we shouldn't. So,
first pitch, called strike, 0-1 to count, 2 outs, bases empty. That's going to be Kaylin Taylor up to bat for the Leopardettes.
Memory serves me correct, she's the one that kind of got things started there in the 8th inning against Davis the other night and really started, you know, getting the ball rolling in that top side of the frame there and allowed us to take a 3-run shot, you know, and get it up by 3 and hang on in the bottom side. So,
yeah, and you know we've been saying it almost every game. She could at any given moment she could knock one over the fence. So
yes,
let's we're gonna be watching for that.
Foul ball there off of her leg, you know, dead ball when it comes off the player.
1-2 the count. Pitch is gonna be knocked up over to real shallow center. Snagged up for out number 3. That's going to close out the first inning. Leopardettes down by 2. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball on the Leopardette Sports Network. Welcome back to the top of the second inning here where your Leopardettes are squared off against Lexington in the Murray County Bash. McGowan pulling pitching duties for the Leopardettes. Number 9 up to bat for the Bulldogs. First pitch called strike, 0-1 to count. Ball's going to be popped up over to center, and it looks like Broussard's going to snag it up and make it an easy out.
A great job for Chloe making, you know, covering a lot of distance to get over there. I think Brecken could have got up to that, but, you know, Chloe having that run in has a better angle on it, more momentum. It's easier for her to get to sometimes.
You know, up there when we were up in Morrison, the girls, it looked like there were a few of them that they missed, and it looks like they were having some communication problems. And
yes.
That play right there tells me that it looks like they got all the communication issues squared away. And
well, that, you know, not to bring up a sore subject, but that, you know, that when they had those communication issues is when the you know, Chloe was sit out, you know, took out of the game. So, you know, when you take that heart of your outfield and you take that away, you know, she is the leader in that outfield, you know, and the girls know that.
2-1 the count. Balls.
Oh, nice job by Webb.
Nice job by absolutely Webb. And that was just a wild ball. Took a weird bobble there, and it looked like it was headed more towards the left and pops up and
yes.
goes over to the right, and she makes it easy. So that's going to be out number 2.
Yes, nice backhand. You know, Jaden plays well no matter where you put her. You know, she plays second, she'll play third, she can play short. You can put her wherever you want, and she does just fine.
First pitch outside, called ball, 1-0 the count with 2 outs.
this is a different lineup than what we've seen in the past. Usually when Lily Dotson is catching, a lot of times McLean will play first. Or, in this case, now he's setting her. And with Reese being here, it allows us to shift some things around and put Jaden over at first and makes it nice.
Next pitch, called ball. 3-0 the count. Ball 4. Runner will trot over to first. And that was number 26, I believe.
And number 24 is going to pinch run for Lexington, Bailey. Another kid that's a tournament kid that Monty Irving has. And again, somebody else that Madison's familiar with. She plays ball, has played ball with her in the past.
That'll bring number 33, Sample, up to bat for Lexington. First pitch called strike, 0-1 the count.
It's funny when you look between the two teams, probably 90% of the girls between both teams play travel ball somewhere. So, these girls all travel, they play each other at different times. So it's always fun. It's always fun when they all get to come together in their schools and play together or play against each other, and it's just a lot of fun for them. So
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of back and forth, and it looks like runner made it over to second. That's going to leave the corners empty. 0-2 was the count, and it's going to remain the count. Ball popped up way outside.
It's a good job by the batter, just fending it off. It was one of those questionable 0-2 pitch. You don't want to leave it in the hands of the umpire. She took a hack, just nothing else, just to get it into foul territory. Whoa.
And runner's going to advance over to third. First, second. Now empty. Ball called. That'll bring the count to 1-2. Again, there's 2 outs, so just 1 strike away. And there it went. That's going to close out the top of the 3rd inning. Lexington on top. Top of the 2nd inning. Lexington on top 2-0. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network. And welcome back to Sulphur here, where our Leopardettes are taking on the Lexington Bulldogs. As we enter the bottom of the 2nd inning, McLean Stinnett will be first up to bat, coming out of the 4-hole. First pitch, foul. That'll bring the count to 0-1.
McLean's another one of those kids, though. She's been kind of quiet with the bat starting off the season, but if she ever gets on a roll, she's going to get on a tear.
Pitch swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 2. 0-2 the count.
And she swings, again, she's one of those kids, though, that, when she swings the bat, she swings it with ill intention. So if she makes a solid contact, it's going for the hill.
And she's definitely swinging with some aggression today. That pitch way low for a ball. 1-2 the count. Pitch way outside and high. 2-2 the count.
McLean's the DP, which is designated player. Looks like she'll be, instead of Braylee Malacote batting, she's batting basically in the place of Braylee Malcoat.
Ball's going to be popped over to third base for a quick out. That'll be out one for the Leopardettes here in the second inning. That'll bring up number 14, Lily Dotson, to bat for the Leopardettes. You know, we've talked about it. You know, pretty much all these heavy hitters, they're all due for a homer. So it's going to happen soon.
And we got heavy hitters all the way through the lineup. And against Ardmore, we hit the ball very well, but not hard. We've had a couple of low line drive, hard line drive, stuff like that. So don't get me wrong when I'm saying not hard. I'm just saying we've only had one home run on the season, and by this point last year we'd had several. Even through the summer league, I don't know that we even hit one in summer league this year, which is odd.
First two pitches, low and inside, is going to bring the count to 2-0.
I know Kaylin Taylor hit one, I believe. Can't remember which tournament it was, but we hit one. She hit one, and
next pitch way low. 3-0 will be the count.
And I believe she's up to this point, if my memory serves me correctly, she's the only one that has hit a home run over the fence. So, and like I said, everybody's capable. It's just a matter of seeing the ball all the way in and making solid contact.
Ball's going to be knocked
nice
over.
Stab.
Right line drive to second.
Nice play by the shortstop, getting over to close that gap off.
Quick. That girl was quick.
Very quick. She cut that gap off very fast and was able to snag it and beat Lily going down first baseline.
Yeah, so that'll be out number 2 here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up number 19, Jaden Webb. That young lady was on the game day announcement today over there giving Coach Lowry a fist bump. And so first pitch, inside, not called strike. This position we're at is throwing me off today.
That's why I'm
used to being right behind home.
So I'm standing up so I can see better. That elevated position does change the way your perception is.
I'm counting on our scorekeepers over here, so no pressure on them. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Pitch away, inside, called ball. 2-1 the count.
Again, it's kind of uncharacteristic for us. We've been this deep into our lineup, and no runs produced, and not any base running. So,
pitch fouled away. 2-2 will remain the count. 2 outs. 2-2-2.
And some of that goes to the aggression that we have. Again, we're wanting to hit the ball so bad that sometimes the girls are willing to swing at something that they probably should take, even a high strike. If it's not in their wheelhouse, they should leave it alone, but they're still taking a hack at it in hopes. But
that pitch inside almost hit Webb. Bring a full count with 2 outs, no runners on. Swung at and missed for strike number 3, out number 3 of the bottom of the second inning. That's going to close the second inning out. Bulldogs on top, 2-0. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. Welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are squared off against Lexington in the Murray County Bash. First up to bat, we're back at the top of the lineup. First up to bat for the Bulldogs is number 6, Izzy. First pitch called ball, 1-0 the count. Next pitch is going to be knocked down the third base line. Called foul.
Izzy has really good hand-eye coordination, and Izzy's a catcher too, so, and she pitches. So, she's kind of one of those utility players. So I could see if their pitcher was to get in trouble, they would bring Izzy in.
Pitch called ball, 2-1 the count. Pitch is going to be knocked over to the second baseman. He's going to get it over to Webb for a quick, easy out.
It's a good job by Madison keeping her up high, because Izzy's one of those kids, if you keep her, and Madison knows this, certain girls, again, by pitching against them throughout the year, you give it to her down in the wheelhouse, and she's liable to go yard on you. It's on first.
Who's on second?
Oh, Bradley Malcote.
That was a good job. That was a good job there by Malacote.
No, it's a great job.
Yeah. I get a little confused whenever they start switching around and when they put these face masks and all this stuff on, and
yes,
they're in the same uniform, they all just kind of blends in.
Bradley's one of the girls that's a senior. We have 3 seniors on the team. Unfortunately, KK Bearden sustained an injury during summer league basketball, tore her ACL, so unfortunately she doesn't get to play. But Bradley coming in has helped us out tremendously, being able to fill that gap there at second. And then you got Chloe Broussard out in center field as our other seniors. So, overall we're a very, very young team. So, the future's bright. But, again, we just got to get things rolling now to help.
3-1 is now the count with 1 out. And that's number 12, KK, up to bat for Lexington. Next pitch away, called ball. That'll be ball number 4. That's going to send the runner over to first. And that'll bring up the third hole hitter. We still don't have a name on that one, so I'm not sure. First pitch outside, a little wild. Runner's going to make it over to second. That's going to leave.
Madison's going to have to settle down and just throw the ball and quit overthinking things right now. To me, I think she's trying too hard because she wants to throw the ball hard. But to me, in my opinion, she's overthrowing right now.
Pitch away, swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 1, 1-1 the count with 1 out. Runner out there on second. Next pitch is away. Called ball. 2-1 now the count. Corner's empty. Lone runner out on second. Ball's going to be knocked up over to center. Chloe Broussard's going to get the ball in there to Kaylin Taylor. Holds the runner up on second. That'll be the second out of the inning for the Bulldogs.
Nice job by Chloe getting up underneath the ball.
And that's going to bring up number 4 to bat for the Bulldogs.
That's a good job of pitching over the outside on that
Webb. Webb not having it.
Well, Brody, number 4, she's the one that done the damage early. The 2-run home run straight away center field. And again, Madison was making sure that the ball went to the outside and away from her power.
And that's going to close out the top of the 4th inning. Bulldogs on top, 2-0. With that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. Welcome back once again to Sulphur, Oklahoma, as your Leopardettes are squaring off here against Lexington in the Murray County Bash. We're going to start the bottom of the fourth with McGowan up to bat for the Leopardettes. We're slowly making it through that lineup. First pitch called ball. McGowan waiting on the next pitch. Pitch is away. Low and inside for ball number 2. I'm finally getting adjusted to my vantage point here.
Yeah.
Next pitch. Swung at and missed. That'll be strike number 1. 2-1 to count. Bottom of the fourth. No outs.
Again, pitch that Madison probably should have took. But, again, so eager to try to hit the ball, swinging at things that they shouldn't be swinging at.
Pitch away. It's going to be knocked over to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to grab it, nab it up, get it over to first for out number 1.
Again, just a pitch that she probably should have left alone, late on swinging, and
it's going to bring up Klein to bat for the Leopardettes, daughter of a local legend, Brandon Klein. Pitch away, inside. Klein showing patience, steps back, takes ball 1, 1-0 the count, 1 out. Next pitch away. It's going to foul that ball away, and I'm just praying that's not my vehicle.
Yeah, I bet you know a good insurance guy that can help you out there.
I do. And, you know, I know Brandon. If his daughter hits it, then he'll probably step up to the plate and take care of me. Ball's going to be knocked over to the second baseman. Unable.
Good job by Brecken Kleinman legging that out.
Absolutely hung in there and got on base. And that'll bring up number 9.
Baron Cruz.
Cruz. Cousins.
Yes.
Batting back-to-back here for the Leopardettes. Speaking of back-to-back, our next game is against another set of Bulldogs, the Sulphur Bulldogs. Pitch away. Oh, going to be fouled.
Again, one of those that we should have left alone. Ball way low. Leave that down there. Take the ball, live to fight another day. Now she's, in the hole with a strike against her.
0-1 to count. 1 out. Klein, the lone runner out there on first. Pitch away. It's going to be fouled up. Definitely not hitting my vehicle. Praise the Lord.
I think they're aiming. You mentioned it. It hasn't happened all day so far, and now all of a sudden that's 3 that's went back that direction.
Oh, man.
I think they're aiming for your car now.
That'll bring the count to 0-2 with 1 out. I don't see anybody pointing and laughing, so apparently it didn't hit it.
Or nobody covering their mouth like, ooh.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Again, we're in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch away, swung at and missed. That'll be out number 2 for the Leopardettes, and that'll bring us finally back to the top of the lineup with number 0, Broussard, up to bat for the Leopardettes. With 2 outs, lone runner Klein over on first.
You know, we're really helping this pitcher out a lot through, 9, 10, 11 batters she's only thrown. This is our 34th pitch.
Yes.
So, again, a mistake that we should have capitalized on. Catcher lets the ball get away from her. We're not running the bases like we should. Again, I'm not sure that Coach Lowry wasn't telling her to hold up, but Brecken looked like she was about to take a break on it, and then I heard back. So, I don't really want to take many chances, but at this point, you're down 2-0, bottom of the 4th. You kind of got to start trying to make some.
Swung at and looked like it was fouled away. 1-1 to count, 2 outs. Klein, the lone runner, over there on first base.
Again, just to tell you how close, the softball stuff is, Chloe's batting, the girl that's actually catching Sisney, they actually play on the tournament team together. So, again, when you play against your teammates and you play against them in other times. So it's always fun to watch these type of games.
Pitch away. Outside, called ball, 2-1 to count.
Good job by Klein getting back on the throwdown.
Two outs. Klein, the lone runner.
She's been our only runner so far, has she not?
I think so. Next pitch, way outside. That'll bring the count to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
One thing about it, we do have her speed. It'd be nice if we can get Chloe on right here, get Reese to come up there. Reese has had a pretty hot bat recently. Hope we can get something in play, use our speed. Again, that's what we need.
Ball 4. That's going to send Broussard over to first. Klein out to second. The only empty base at this point is third. And that'll bring Reese Flood up to bat for the Leopardettes with 2 outs. And then Taylor waiting her turn to bat. So looks like we definitely have some potential to put some points here on the board pretty quick. First pitch called strike, 0-1 to count.
It seems kind of reminiscent back to the Davis game the other night, kind of similar situation. Of course, we were tied up at that point, but kind of was, 2 outs, and we started making a run. So,
pitch way inside and low. 1-1 to count, 2 outs. And now
catcher's called timeout, and
they're going to have a little discussion out there on the mound to try to. It looks like that for the first time in this ball game, this pitcher's kind of starting to get a little rattled.
She's starting to show a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first time we've ever seen this particular pitcher from Lexington. So, she's her pitch counts up to 41 pitches, coming up to Reese 42 coming. Certain kids do certain things as they get a little tired.
Pitch away again, inside.
Ball 2. Reese is not making it easier on her either. She's worried. I think personally that she's worried a little bit about hitting. Reese does step up on that line quite a bit. Kind of forcing them to, if you bring it inside, you're going to take a chance. Nice rip.
Nice ball down the third baseline.
Oh, and this could be trouble.
And Klein's going to try to make it. She is going to make it. That's going to put one on the board for the Leopardettes. That'll bring the score 2-1.
Like I said, Reese has been on a tear.
Runners out there on second and third with Taylor up to bat. You don't want to take your eyes off the ball right here, because it could get ugly for real quick for the Bulldogs.
This is certainly not the kid to miss your pitch.
And lots of speed out there on the bases.
You know, we don't need a home run. We just need a good hard base hit, and that's high pop.
That's going to be popped up over to the left field and snagged up for out number 3. That's going to end the 4th inning here. Lexington on top, 2-1. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardette Softball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network. Once again, welcome back here to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are squared off against Lexington. We're going to enter the top of the, is it the 4th or the 5th? I thought it was the 5th, but maybe it's the 4th.
Actually, it's top of the 4th.
Top of the 4th inning. I got lost there.
Well, I was looking at the board, and I said top of the 4th a while ago, and it's actually just now the top of the 4th. Whoever's doing our game changer does a really good job.
I believe that's going to be the one and only Billy Webb. 2-0 the count. Next pitch swung at and missed. That'll bring the count to 2-1, no outs. Next pitch is away. Called strike, 2-2 the count. Full count here. And that'll be ball number 4, and it'll send the runner over to first.
That was close. It was a very Madison's throwing a drop ball right there. Again, we're going to have a pinch runner.
That's going to bring number 13 in to run. And I never did. I think that was number 14 out there batting?
I believe so, yeah.
Never could get her number. That's going to bring up number 9 to bat for the Bulldogs. First pitch called strike, 0-1 to count.
Nice job there throwing. I think he called for a rise ball, but the way Madison finished it ended up being what they call a cries, where it rose and curved at the same time.
Next pitch called ball. Runner's going to make it over to second. Dotson, as you mentioned, wise call to just let it go. One the count. Pitch away. A little bit outside. Called ball. 2-1 now the count. Lone runner out on second. No outs. Number 9 is up to bat for the Bulldogs. Next pitch away. Called strike. 2-2 the count. Pitch away. Called ball. That'll bring us to a full count with no outs. Runner on second. Corners empty. Pitch away. Swung at and missed for strike number 3.
That's a beautiful drop right there.
And that'll be out number 1. And it'll bring up number 17 to bat for the Bulldogs. Pitch away. It's going to hit.
And that right there, Cora Parker, she is, for Lexington, number 17, she is a tough kid.
I was just about to comment on that. She acted as if it did not bother her one bit.
No.
She's just happy to get on base.
Again, another kid that Madison has played ball with over the years, and again, somebody that Madison talks to on a regular basis away from, and when they're at school and away from the softball field. And so another good friend.
It'll bring up number 26 to bat
This is
for the
catcher.
Bulldogs. First pitch called ball, 1-0 the count with 1 out, runners on first and second. Pitch away, swung at and missed, strike 1, 1-1 the count. 1 out.
That's a good job by Coach Edwards, kind of mixing the pitches up a little bit instead of just keep trying to throw a drop, throw a drop, throw a drop. He threw something else to rise in there. Again.
Ball fouled away. That'll bring the count to 1-2.
Don't worry, your car's safe.
That's
It went
very
far
sad.
enough
I've
away.
seen it going way out there. Looked like it might have hit that Dodge. And it could have looked like it actually caused the wheels to fall off of that Dodge.
Hey, easy.
Pitch knocked up.
Nice hard hit.
It's going to be. It's going to hit the.
Got her. Kaylin had her and dropped the ball.
Runner is going to score for the Bulldogs. That'll bring the score 3-1. Bulldogs up. That's going to put runners out there on second and third. Again, that ball knocked all the way out to the left field fence, bounced off the fence. It was pretty close to going over.
Yeah, no, we're 2 foot from it going over. You know, again, it's one of those deals. We've got to make better judgments, and again, Madison's going to have to start, hitting her spots a little bit better. I do know that's when you put one right down the pipe. Good hitter is going to crush it, and that's exactly what happened right there. Madison missed on the pitch that she was told to throw, and she's got to do better.
That'll bring number 15 up to bat for the Bulldogs. Ball's going to be knocked over to the shortstop, Flood. She's going to make it over to Webb. That'll be out number 2.
That'll score Cora Parker. That brings the run 4-1. And back to the top of the lineup for Lexington. This is their,
That's number 6, Izzy.
Yeah, this is going to be their 3rd time through their lineup, and we barely made it through ours once. And again, because they're just getting runners on base.
Ball's going to be tried to bunt it there, but fouled it away.
I think that was more of a defensive bunt. She was squaring up to bunt, but ball got away from Madison. Was coming high inside, coming hard inside on her. Izzy just put the bat on it just to keep it off of her. If that had been baseball, I'd have said that was on purpose, but. Come on. Oh, called that on the line. That it got dust, but Brecken lost her footing going for the ball, and now they're up 5-1. Again, it's not something that, not that they're just beating us. I feel like we're beating ourselves. We're not swinging the bat like we normally should, and having some things happen to us that shouldn't. This is going to be their 2-hole hitter. Play at the plate. Lily missed the ball. It was a good throw. Just Lily was thinking runner before thinking ball, and it happens. Unforced errors. Going to bring up the 3-hole hitter. Again, still don't have a name for this kid.
One out away here.
Again, they're not hitting. I mean, you've only had 2 really hard hits. The home run in the first inning, the one just a few minutes ago. But nobody's really hit the ball super hard. It's just, for whatever reason, we're unable to make the play.
That's number 19 to bat for the Bulldogs. 2-0 the count, 2 outs. A lone runner out there on second. Next pitch is going to be popped up over center field. Broussard honed in on it and got it. That'll be out number 3.
Going to the bottom of the 4th.
Going to the bottom of the 4th. I got completely. I'm dependent on our scorekeeper over here. I think she's doing that to me on purpose.
It could be.
She sees I get distracted here on the computer. But anyways, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Leopardettes softball here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. And once again, welcome back here to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are squared off against Lexington here in the Murray County Bash. I am your host, not Jake Rutledge, here along with Lee McGowan. We're going to enter the bottom of the 4th inning. And I'm trying to figure out who's batting.
That's McLean Stinnett.
That is McLean Stinnett. The 4-hole hitter up to bat for the Leopardettes. First pitch called ball, 1-0 the count, no outs. Pitch away. It's going to be fouled away.
Good job setting up the screwball.
1-1 now the count. Stinnett. Pitches away, swung at and missed for strike number 2.
Change up.
1-2 the count.
Way ahead of him. Change up. Girl did that. I think that's the first time we've seen her throw that pitch and set it up really well. Again, good job of whoever's calling their pitches.
Pitch way inside for ball 2. 2-2 now the count.
You know, McLean's really one of those kids that's really hard on herself, and she wants to hit the ball. And sometimes I think, you know, she wants to hit the ball so hard, so bad that she'll take a chance on something that maybe she shouldn't. But now she's got 2 on her, so now she's got to, you know, anything close, she's got to let it rip. She don't want to give it, you know, put it in the hands of the umpire.
Yeah. Next. Again, 2-2 is the count, no outs. Pitch away. Going to be popped up over to the right fielder. He's going to snag it there for out number 1. That'll bring up number 14, Lily Dotson, to bat for the Leopardettes. Jaden Webb over there waiting her turn. Pitch away. Looked low to me. Umpire agreed. 1-0 the count. 1 out. No runners out there. Lonely bases. Lily Dotson. Another one that we made the mention before. Wears those work gloves. She comes to work ready.
Yes, you don't see a whole lot of kids doing that, but usually the ones that do, it's a mindset, and Lily has that mindset. Lily's another one that on any given pitch that she can go yard on you, but again, we've been struggling at the plate, and she wants to hit the ball hard, but just unable to. Right now, any of us are unable to produce. Not just one, but the whole team is struggling from top to bottom right now.
Ball popped up over there to the first baseman for out number 2. That's going to bring up Jaden Webb, number 19, to bat for the Leopardettes. Pitch is away. Little high, called ball. 1-0 now the count.
Good job taking that. You can see her. She's watching the ball all the way in, and you can see the hands kind of moving like she's wanting to make that movement toward it, but holding up.
Next pitch is away.
Good job.
Little high, called ball. 2-0 now the count.
It just seems like we haven't been in a rhythm the whole game. We kind of got into one there in that last inning, but once it was just a little too late.
That pitch, called ball. 3-0 now the count. 2 outs. Bulldogs on top, 6-1.
Jaden showing bunt, just more of a come-get-me type look. So,
and that'll be ball number 4. Webb's going to take first, and that's going to bring up McGowan now, number 5, to bat for the Leopardettes.
Sisney's calling timeout, going out to talk to her pitcher after 4 straight balls. She did this a while ago in the last inning, trying to get her calm her down, settle her down. It's a good job by the catcher, slowing things down a little bit and working with the.
Leopardettes trying to make something happen here, down by 5, score 6-1. McGowan up to bat, swing and a miss for strike number 1, and Webb, the lone runner, out there on first. That'll bring the count to 0-1 with 2 outs.
Again, Madison's just swinging, and she's taking her head off the ball and looking toward left field. If she keeps her head down on that ball, she'll bust that.
Swung at and missed. 0-2 the count now.
You can see Edwards telling her, he's telling her, get your head down on the ball. Madison's throwing her head right now and being very uncharacteristic of what she's been coming in to the last 5 or 6 at bats.
0-2 the count. Pitch away. Inside. Called ball. Webb's going to steal second out there. That's going to empty the corners. That'll bring the count to 1-2 with 2 outs.
Good job by Webb seeing the ball get away from the catcher and getting on over to second.
Pitch away. It's going to be knocked just
she'll
over
dig it
the
out. She's going to leg it out. So, yep, he got her. Just nearly got her.
Barely got her. That'll be out number 3, and we're going to enter the 5th inning here. Leopardettes down 6-1. With that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. You're watching Leopardette softball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network.
I'm telling you, if you.
And welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma. We're at top of the 5th inning here in the Murray County Bash. Leopardettes down 6-1. And
a lot of unearned runs here, coming in to this, errors and, mistakes that normally we wouldn't make.
Number 4 up to bat for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Brody, she first at bat took one straightaway center field out for a 2-run home run, and then her next at bat she took one over to took the wicked bounce to Jaden, and Jaden was able to snag the ball and get out of the inning.
That's going to bring the count to 1-1. Pitch away. It's going to be knocked over to Flood. Flood's going to get it over to first. Quick out there. Flood and Webb able to connect. And that's going to bring up number 14 to bat for the Bulldogs. I believe can't remember.
This is your first baseman. She's hit one to left field, I believe, and the first one she took over to second base, I believe, if I remember correctly. It shows her 0 for 0, which I'm not sure how correct that is.
And
because this number's not batching up with what
1-0's now the count. That strike's gonna bring it to 1-1 with 1 out, bases empty.
This
pitch away, swung at and missed for strike number 2 with only 1 ball and 1 out.
Madison finally starting to settle in a little bit here.
Next pitch is going to be knocked over to third baseman Taylor. Taylor's going to get it over to Webb. Another quick, easy out.
Good job by Kaylin, sitting down on the drive, getting the ball across over there to Jaden for her second out.
And that'll bring up number 9 to bat for the Bulldogs.
Keeley was the girl that was just batting. I think they forgot on the game changer side, they forgot to switch out the batter when they came in for a pinch run. This girl's 0 for 2 on the day.
Pitch away. That'll bring the count to 1-1 with 2 outs. Next pitch swung at and missed for strike number 2. Count now 1-2. Ball got to Dotson back there pulling catching duties. Got away from her. Fortunately, there's no runners out there, so it's not really that big a deal at this point. Next pitch away.
Oh, pretty pitch. Called strike 3.
Strike 3.
Nice change up. We haven't seen that all day, and he decides to throw that in there. It's a good job, and they weren't expecting it.
And that's going to close out the top of the 5th inning. Leopardettes down 6-1. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Stay tuned. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardette Sports Network. Welcome back once again here to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where our Leopardettes are squared off against Lexington here in the Murray County Bash. We're going to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
8-hole hitter, 8, 9, and 1 coming up.
Brecken Klein, daughter of Leopard legend Brandon Klein.
Man, just a you see her kind of jump back a little bit right there. You tell a kid, wear it, but It's easier for us to sit here and tell a kid to wear that pitch when it's coming in on you. And natural instinct is to get out of the way.
2-0 now the count.
I've even seen coaches have drills where they'll sit out there and throw it at them. Tell them to get it in their mindset to take it in that back hip.
Pitch away.
Of course, that's coming across there about her shin, low knee, and as bony as what Brecken is, I'm not sure I would have took that one either.
No.
She's nothing but skin and bones.
3-0 the count. Klein showing patience. That pitch going to be called strike. 3-1 now the count. No outs, and Cruz waiting her turn. Next pitch called strike. Now we have a full count with 3-2 with no outs. Bases empty. Cruz up to bat next for the Leopardettes. Pitch away. Swung at's going to be swatted over. Third baseman's going to scoop it up and advance it to first. That'll be out number 1 for the Leopardettes. Number 9, Cruz, now up to bat for the Leopardettes, with Chloe Broussard waiting her turn.
Clock's a ticking, and time's starting to run out. We don't have to
pitch way inside.
We really got to start getting the bats going right here. If not, I'm not sure if there's a time limit on this game or not. I would assume it's probably an hour time limit. And we got to be getting close to that.
Pitch away is going to be knocked over to center field. This center fielder, Izzy, able to snag it up. That'll be out number 2, and that's going to bring up Chloe Broussard to
Just
bat.
A great job of the center fielder getting on her horse, getting her shoulders turned, and tracking the ball down.
That's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup with 2 outs, empty bases, down 6-1. Pitch away, way outside, called ball, 1-0 the count.
It's funny to see the difference in slappers, the way different kids slap versus, from one place to the other.
Ball knocked over second baseman.
Boy, that was tight. Well, Chloe was moving down the line. You just did a great play by the second baseman getting it over there, and you can see the frustration from Chloe. I mean, she knows. All these girls know that they're not playing to their ability right now.
Absolutely, and that's going to close out the 5th inning. Lexington on top, 6-1. We're going to take it. Welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, here at the Murray County Bash. Your Leopardettes, as we enter the 6th inning, down 6-1. We're going to start. Lexington's going to start the inning with number 17, the 7-hole hitter, up to bat. First pitch called strike. 0-1 the count.
Her last at bat, she was hit by the pitch.
Next pitch away. Called ball, 1-1 the count.
Madison's going to have to get tight. She slings out, rolls that arm out. If she stays tight and throws that changeup right down like it should, it'd be a whole different pitch.
Next pitch away, called strike, 1-2 the count. Ball's going to be popped up.
Kaylin Taylor
Call
makes
foul.
the catch. Had a kid.
Snags it up. Out number 1.
That was a great job. Kaylin Taylor coming over, seeing the ball all the way down, not worrying about the fence, coming over and grabbing the pop.
Easy out there for Taylor.
I suspect you'll see Coach Edwards kind of throw things out and away or tight in with this hitter. This is the girl, Sisney, a while ago, who bounced one off the left field wall. So, she's got a lot of power. Madison knows that. So I suspect you'll see him pitch away from her or try to crowd her in.
1-1 to count. 1 out. Ball's going to be popped up over to the first baseman, Webb. Unable to get the out there. Runner's going to make it to first.
Braley was coming over, and it's one of those deals where, Jaden thought she could beat her to the bag.
It was just it was well placed. It was just
perfect.
far enough away, and
Yes.
it moved just slow enough. Girls did what they needed to do and what they should have done. It just
it had a funky spin on it too, and
did.
it pulled Jaden closer toward. That's what happens, and but Braley did the right thing by breaking over to first. I'm not sure that even if the pitch is on the money, if she gets it on the money, good job.
Snags it up and gets it over to first for the first out. That's going to leave a runner out there on second, but the corners are going to be empty.
That's just a great job by Reese getting deep in the hole, setting her feet, making the throw across to first to get that out.
And that's going to bring us back to the top of the lineup again. This is the 4th time.
This would be, I believe, they'll be their 5th time.
5th time. Number 6, Izzy.
Yeah, maybe it is, or just their 4th.
And that'll bring the count to 1-0 with 2 outs. Lone runner on second. Pitch away, called ball. That'll be ball number 2.
Again, I think kind of wise by Coach Edwards, making sure we're throwing the ball away from her power. Don't bring it down the pipe at her. Good hard hit, fielded by Malcote, throws it in the dirt.
Webb unable to snag it. Runner's going to go ahead
and nobody. Again, we're just throwing the ball around the field. She's going to make it to third on 2 errors.
Going to be safe at third.
Again,
couple of bobbled passes there, and I mean, what do you say?
It kind of reminiscent of where this game's been.
You got to give it to Izzy too. She's pretty fast.
No, she's very fast, and Braley makes a heck of a stop, and just instead of setting her feet and throwing the ball, she rushes it. And hey, I get it. She's trying to hurry because you got a kid moving fast down the line. The ball goes past to Jaden. Nobody's set up at second like they should be because Jaden throws the ball to second. She should have been dead in the water at second.
Ball's going to be fouled away.
But like you said, just a great heads up by Izzy for just turning it, and they're going to give it, make errors. She's going to make them pay. So we got to clean it up.
Izzy, the lone runner out there on third.
Again, we're making uncharacteristic errors of stuff that we've not seen previously, and you can see the girls know, and they'll fix it. We've got a really good group of girls.
Ball's going to be popped up over to center field. It's going to hit the fence. Going to be brought in. Runner's going to be held up there at second, but not before number 6, Izzy, scores one more for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring the score 8-1. Bulldogs taking a commanding lead at this point.
Madison McGowan's up to her pitch count coming to this pitcher. Number 19 is she's at 96 pitches, which, you say that and it doesn't sound, that's truly not a lot, but, when the other opposing pitcher's sitting somewhere around 50, that Just tells you that they're being very selective at the plate, and they're making the pitcher pitch the ball where they want it, not where she wants it.
Popped up over to center. Broussard snags it up. Out number 3. That's going to leave a runner out on the field.
Nonetheless, damage has been done. We're down 7, and we've got to get something going right here, or this ball game probably will be over after this.
Stay tuned, folks. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Leopardettes softball right here on the Leopardettes Sports Network. And welcome back to Sulphur, Oklahoma, where your Leopardettes are squared off against Lexington here in the Murray County Bash. We're going to enter the bottom of the 6th inning with our 2-hole hitter, Reese Flood, up to bat for the Leopardettes. First pitch is going to be inside, called ball. 1-0 that will be the count.
Reese led us to bat. Took it hard to left field. Pitch low, called for ball 2. Again, Reese is, very selective and has been on a good streak here lately. Hopefully she can keep us going, get our 1-hole hitter on board right here and just get something going. Ball called for strike.
2-1, now the count. Pitch away. Called strike. 2-2 now the count.
I mentioned in the top half of the 6th, Madison was at 90, right at 96, 97 pitches. Through 6, up to now, this pitcher's only thrown 75. So you can see the difference in the
pitch swung at and missed for strike 3, out number 1. That's going to bring up Kaylin Taylor to bat for the Leopardettes.
Again, like I said, you can just see the difference in where their batters are being more selective and where I feel like we're helping them out a little bit, swinging at some things that we should because they want to hit so bad.
Pitch away. Called strike. 0-1 the count. 1 out. Bases are empty. The pitch away. Going to be high. Called ball. 1-1 the count.
Just a beautiful day to be playing,
Absolutely.
It's not 110 degrees like it was when we were in Ripley, and even then it
feels real good up here in this air conditioning.
It feels real good sitting right here in AC.
I want to thank the,
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, it's amazing how accommodating these when you go visit these schools here in Oklahoma. We had it with Morrison and Ripley last week, and now Sulphur. They roll out the red carpet and they welcome you with open arms.
Absolutely.
We want to give a good shout out to them. 2-1 the count. Now 3-1 the count. 1 out.
It's just it's fun going from town to town because, like you said, the hospitality from every town because everybody's in it for the right reason. They realize it's for the kids and that's what's important.
Popped up over to center field. Izzy looking to snag it, able to get out number 2.
Just a good job. Izzy switched her hips twice to get to that, and you can just see her keep drifting back, and you can watch as she switches her hips to make sure she gets it over the right shoulder that she wants, and just a good athletic play.
Yeah, and that'll bring up number 7, Stennett, to bat for the Leopardettes. Dotson over there waiting her turn. Pitch away. Inside called ball, 1-0 the count. Two outs. Next pitch is away. Swung at and missed. That'll be strike 1. 1-1 the count. Bases empty. Leopardettes going to have to end this game and start another game against Sulphur here immediately.
A great job by McLean finding the one, putting it in the hole. At least trying to get going down with at least go down swinging here.
Yeah, that ball was just hit right there in the gap, and that's going to bring up number 14. It looks like number, who is that out there?
Lily Dotson.
Yeah, who's the bench runner out there?
That's Brady Malacote that McLean was DPing or designated player, flex hitting. So they'll just trade. Safe. Girl gets that tag down a little bit quicker. They've got Malacote.
Close, but
it was close. I mean, she was down underneath the tag. Of course, you can turn around and see the girl looking back at the umpire. Umpires don't like that very often. So, it's something highly discouraged to look at.
The opposing team likes it.
Yeah.
Next pitch away. Called ball. 1-0 the count. 2 outs. Correction, 1-1 the count. Lone runner out there on first, bottom of the 6th. Next pitch away.
Nice
batted down the third baseline. Well hit ball for Lily Dotson. Dotson's going to stay there on first, and Malacote's out there on second. That'll bring up Webb to bat for the Leopardettes.
Well hit ball by Lily. Girl pitched her inside. She took it inside out, put it down the third baseline. It was just a great job.
Bats warming up for the Leopardettes. Hopefully we can continue on and then carry that into the next game.
Yeah, it seems to be you're going to get a timeout called by Lexington's coach. That seems to be the theme of the day. Wait till we get 2 outs and start trying to do something. Kind of really need to start doing it a little earlier. Both Jaden and Madison are over there talking to Coach Edwards right now. Lexington coach goes out, talks to his pitcher. Hey, settle down. Just telling her, look, settle down. We just need 1 out. Don't overthrow this. You've got a comfortable lead. Don't get crazy here. Don't let them build more momentum. Don't let Lindsay build more momentum than what they already are developing on their own. Jaden will step in right here. You got 1 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. You got runners on first and second. Pitch coming. Ball inside for ball 2.
Count 2-0, 2 outs. Dotson out there on first. Malacote on second. Third vacant. Bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch away. Called strike.
He's kind of moving that strike zone a little bit, it seems like at times, because, he's been, for the most part, the umpire's been very, very consistent.
2-1 to count. I quit trying to guess because of my position here. I can't see. He's obviously got a better.
Oh, he's got a much better view. But, you see the ball moving in and out, and you kind of look at where the girl's standing, and he's given the pitcher what they call the river, which is that very outside black. They like to live in the river, but you get it down the pipe, and that's where they die, and that's that's a hitter spot.
Webb's going to swing at that one for foul. That's going to give us a full count with 2 outs. Runners on first and second, Dotson and Malakote. Third empty.
I think the game's going to come down to right here.
Next pitch is away.
Ball 4.
That's going to load the bases and bring up McGowan to bat for the Leopardettes. Webb, Dotson, and Malakote out there on first, second, and third, respectively. McGowan up to bat, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning, pitch away. Called ball.
Something Madison struggled with, and I can speak for this pretty confidently, is that first pitch strike. I don't think Coach Edwards, she does that a lot and leaves that first pitch. If it's pretty, she's hesitant to swing at it. At least this, now we're at 2-0.
With 2 outs. Bases loaded. Pitch away. Way inside.
Good job of Madison watching the ball.
Absolutely.
I think before where she might have tried to take a swing at that, Madison backs off the plate a little bit because she's got such wide, long arms. And
pitch called strike. 3-1 now the count.
Coach Edwards, I'm pretty certain, had the take sign on that all the way. You got 3-0, unless it's just a pretty pitch, you better just leave it be. And that's ball 4. There we go.
And that's going to score Malakote, and that'll bring the score to 8-2. McGowan's going to be out there on first, Webb on second.
They're going to pinch run for Madison. They're going to bring Hallie in and let Hallie pinch run for the pitcher.
Okay. And then I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's Lily Dotson out there on third.
Lily Dotson at third. You got Jaden at second. Now you got Hallie Harris at first, pinch running for Madison. Brecken has put the bat on the ball right here, and just a good shallow hit will score a couple.
She's done well today, so probably expect more of the same.
Again, Sisney for the catcher for Lexington, not afraid to throw the ball down to first. Good job by the first baseman making that catch and getting the tag down. Hallie got back pretty easily.
1-0 the count, 2 outs. Bases are completely loaded.
Good job by Brecken watching that, leaving it alone.
2-0 the count. Cruz out there waiting her turn.
You think back to all the infliction that we've done on ourselves, you take away.
Ball
that's a good job. Nobody there.
Well-placed ball.
I mean, that's a good job. Good try by the third baseman from Lexington. Tried to make that catch. Unable to do it. Catches the shortstop off balance. Nobody covering third. It just allows everybody to trade places.
And Dotson able to pull it in there and score one for the Leopardettes. That's going to bring the score 8-3. Bases loaded. Cruz up to bat for the Leopardettes. Almost hit her.
If she doesn't take that little hip back, if she just turns that hip a little bit and she'll take that in that left butt cheek, I know that would have hurt, but and I guarantee you that's what Coach Edwards is fixing. I say, what are you doing right there? Turn that hip and take that, and let's get another score point on the board.
She's one of our younger players, so
again, for the most part, we're very young.
Yeah, absolutely.
We only have 3 seniors, 2 that are able to play. Everybody else is underclassmen.
Next pitch away. Called strike. 1-1 the count with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Klein, Harris, and Webb out there on their bases, waiting to score. Next pitch away. Going to be popped up.
Yeah.
Going to be fouled away. Oh, man, that thing was taken off. And
if she waits a second longer, that ball, that's a good chance that ball hits one of these white cars going past left field.
Absolutely. So
she has a ton of power.
We're going to look for her to send one over the fence at any time. That pitch way inside. 2-2 the count with 2 outs, bases loaded.
You know, as a hitter at this point now, she's got 2 strikes on her. She's got to have to guard the play. Anything close, she's got to put a bat on it. Nothing else, just get it foul. Again, battling it off. That's a good job. It was tied inside, but she got her hands on it and got it ripped foul. Live and fight another day.
Absolutely. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Klein, Harris, and Webb out there waiting to score. Ball swung at and missed. That'll be out number 3. Strike number 3. Out number 3.
I guess he
Leopardettes.
called the ball game.
And that will do it. That'll end the game.
Good job. Good fight.
Let's just hope if they can continue this momentum into the next game, we're good. Folks, stay tuned. We're going to be back with the next game. Leopardettes will be squaring off against Sulphur. Appreciate you tuning in. This is your Leopardettes Sports Network.